there were always reptiles on the ship, but not just like the upper royal class, but the warrior caste. The Germans, as far as what I took, the off-world Germans, the Dark Fleet, they're like a what do you call that? A vassal state. It seems like for like the Draconian Empire, whatever you want to call it. It seems like they're almost like a. It seemed like the Germans. I guess I remember hearing things about like the Vril Society, channelers and stuff like that, where they were trying to find ET tech, the Germans. And I think the Germans at that early moment in the 30s and 40s found out that how much the reptiles and ETs really do influence Earth, and how much we really are slaves to them. So I guess they figured that they'd rather be a vassal state for the reptiles instead of slaves like the rest of us that has some sort of freedom. Oh yeah, well I remember whenever I went to their world and I ate dinner with the second in command of the Germans on that ship I was on, first officer, and his wife at the dinner table openly talked about how much she hated the reptiles. And I remember I thought it was almost like a test, and I kind of looked at him, and he said, "It's okay, you can say what you want." I said, "We don't like them." But I remember that the Germans hated the reptiles, but it was just one of those things where they had to deal with them. I don't remember the name of the ship in the Dark Fleet. I remember it was the Nimitz in Solar Warden. But my duty originally it was to be a pilot, and I was like under a woman who was also like kind of like in the same where I was. A conscript. I think she was above me. She was like a bloodline. They have bloodlines which were above us, and then I was nearly like last of the totem pole, which is conscript. And bloodlines are like people that they have like soul contracts. Maybe they usually get picked up when they're children, and then they do 40 years. They get educated in like German schools on the German world. They get taught how to speak German. When it came to us with the conscripts, they didn't want us to learn German. They didn't.
I'm sure.
England.
Weissmacher. Welcome. The gateway to the multiverse. This tunnel leads directly to the center of the anomaly. Our machine operates symbiotically with it. Allow me to demonstrate. Return the conveyor. May we take your weapons, please? Anything made of iron or steel. Once fully opened, the gateway produces an extreme amount of magnetic energy. Initiate Turbine 1.
Turbine 1, initiate. Turbine 1 at 50%. Initiating Turbine 2.
The oscilloscopes are here to focus. To aim. Aim at what, exactly? At parallel worlds, I'm sure. made great progress since your last visit, Reichsmarshal. The knowledge we are gaining surpasses our wildest expectations. We sent a series of teams of Feldkommando agents through the portal, as you instructed, and we have been able to mine that world for scientific innovations, military secrets.
We are draining the old world of all technological and cultural intelligence. And not just from America. We now have teams in Europe and Asia too. And they don't even know we're there. However, they are improving their nuclear capabilities.
They're advancing.
No. The Americans and the Russians.
Do they know about our world?
Beyond a few academic papers, they have no sense of the multiverse, no grasp of portal technology.
Well, whoever wrote those papers seem to have a pretty advanced understanding of quantum mechanics.
We are taking care of it. This way, Reichsmarshal. I have something to show you.
What are we looking at?
A map of the multiverse. This is our world. And this is the alternate world we've reached. So like our own.
Except the Axis lost the war.
Which is why it's critical we understand it. But soon we'll reach other worlds. And more beyond that, harvesting the intelligence of world after world, defeating everyone across the multiverse.
Every door out is a door in. Step up the sabotage program. I don't want any surprises coming through this portal.
And I remember
So the opposite of what you requested.
Yeah, what I thought was going to happen, it was like the Germans just took me instead. And but I had no memories of that, you know what I mean? They wipe your mind. It's like you're very naive. You're like you're like a 3-year-old that still knows how to speak and reason and everything else.
So you mean at this point in the programs, you had no memory of your conversation with your XO as far as agreeing?
They were telling you stuff like you were leftover stuff from like a war or something like that. The Earth didn't exist anymore. It was like having a regular job where like everybody told you different things, so it just confused you more. You know, so you really didn't know what to believe.
Like it is here on Earth. Exactly like it is on Earth here, actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Seriously,
exactly. So I had my hand on the table one time, and I had my picking nails long. And the first officer said, "You need to cut your nails." He was the first officer of this ship, or not the first officer, but the first officer. He was the XO of this ship, I guess, second in command of this ship. And I got to know that guy pretty well. And he said, "Well, I said I play classical guitar, and I'd really like to keep on playing it, sir." And he said, "How long have you been playing?" And I said, "I don't know, like about a month." He said, "How long do you think you play in front of a crowd?" I said, "Probably 2 more months." He said, "We have another month." And I started playing for them. They had like a bar on base. There was like a horseshoe bar. And the women sat on the bar. The men sat on like round tables on the floor with 4 chairs each on the table. And I was playing there. And I got popular and doing that. And I remember sometimes the warrior cast would come in of reptiles, and they were the big ones like I saw, the first one that strapped me in. And they would just stand by the door and watch me play. And then eventually I got up to the point where I started playing for like the royal cast, and they were just like I said before, they looked kind of like sketchy. They were just like, their snouts weren't as long, but they were just shorter, and they were like really decrepit. And there was that part when I first joined the Dark Fleet where we were, I guess they called him the master, the head reptile of the ship, and he walked on, and they were all trembling. Everybody around me was like really shaking and trembling. I didn't know why. I couldn't figure it out. And
I never saw one before. I wasn't looking at it. I was looking at the ground, but they were always shaking, crying. And he hit some. I think he pushed something on a belt or something, and it made me like fall on the ground and like start throwing up. Like I did something to my implant, I think. And the German came up and then walked away, and then the head German came up, the captain of the ship, and he started yelling at me in German. I didn't know what he was saying, but I could kind of tell he was pointing at the vomit and telling me to clean it up. So I went to go somewhere to get something to clean it up with, and he shocked me again, and I fell on the ground. And so I just took my shirt off, and I like sweeped it up with my shirt, and I just stood there at attention with my shirt in front of me, and I guess that was good enough, and he walked away. And then like later on, I guess the next day, sorry about that, but the next day, the first officer...
My dogs hear that and they're barking now. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
It's okay.
The first officer got me, and he said, "Come with me," and I came with him, and then he took me into the back of the ship, and it got darker. You can always tell when you're going like where the reptiles were, because they're the aft of the ship, and it got really dark. He took me into a room, and there was like a naked man sitting on a table, and he had long hair like down to his face, down to his chin, and he was just kind of like head drooped down. He was looking at the ground, and the German said, "Get him," and I grabbed him by the arm, and he wouldn't go, so I kind of pushed his hair out of the way to say, like, make eye contact, say, "Come on, we got to go." And when he looked up at me, it was me. It was a clone of me. It was exactly me.
Wow.
And we both like recognized. You get like this weird bond when you first see a clone, where you just it's like seeing a long lost twin for the first time. And he just immediately jumped down. It was like he trusted me, and I grabbed him by the arm, and I walked him out. We walked right across the hall, and we went into another room, and it had like a bolted ceiling where you could see everything. It was clear, and you could see all the space, and it was just like nebulous clouds, like pinks and purples and blues and greens and stuff. And then it was a long table, and the master was sitting like at the head of the table. And there were 3 reptiles in the like on the other side of the table, like just looking at me. And he grabbed the clone. He said, "Give me that." And then he told the clone, he said, "Look at him." And then he bit his arm off. He took it right off with his mouth. Just bit it right off. And the German put me like in a headlock, so I couldn't do anything. The Germans are genetically augmented in the womb, so they're much stronger than any man. And then he said, look at him," and it looked at me, and he just bit his throat out, and he bled out. And he was just holding me by the back of the neck, and I remember him like going limp, like his eyes rolling back his head, and he went limp. And just like, it was almost like he enjoyed watching me more than he enjoyed eating this person. He was just watching me the whole time. He was just watching me. It was like he was feeding off my fear.
Yeah,
and then,
of course, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, Johan said that like they'll eat their clones and they'll throw them in like a regen tank and eat them again. And it's just insane how they do that if you think about it. And having to witness that, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and he threw it behind him, and the other 3 just tore it apart, and they let me watch that for a while, and then the German took me back, and that was that.
Up to the relay satellite.
Already done. Go!
The cartographer keeps acting like the transmission is coming from everywhere on the planet at once. It doesn't want to triangulate Infinity's signal. Oh wait, I got it.
can't be right. Scan again.
We've already passed through one layer of the planet's surface. It's not crazy to think that someone else made it deeper inside it.
You mean the planet's hollow?
Let me see if I can figure out a way to reach these coordinates that doesn't involve us digging a really big hole. There's a terminus on the far side of the complex. We can portal to the planet's core from there.
What?
I don't know.
If we have a shot at getting you back to infinity, we're taking it.
Okay. Cathedral. This terminus is just one node of a larger transit grid that spans the entire planet.
What?
When I tried to access the outlet boosts to Infinity's transmissions, the system responded to this.
What is it?
That's the kicker. It's the forwarder symbol from the cleaner.
Humanity. That's got to be infinity.
Represents.
Can you get us to those
future, present.
Let me try to open it.
It travels a little bit.
Cortana.
I'm picking up unknown energy signatures.
Where?
This can't be right.
Set a waypoint out of the tower. Cortana?
How did... Quick! Into the portal! Chief, go!
It isn't one of ours. Take it out.
This is Spartan 117.
Anyone hear me? Over.
Isolate that signal. Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship?
Sir, finishing this fight.
You and I have the same employer. We all work for the Umbrella Corporation. The mansion above us is an emergency entrance to the hive. You are security operatives placed there to protect that entrance.
What about this?
Your marriage is a fake. Just part of your cover to protect the secrecy of the hive.
And what is the hive?
Show them.
Accessing schematic of the hive.
Raccoon City, nearest urban center. The mansion where we found you and through which we gained access to the train, which in turn brought us to the hive. The hive itself is located underground, deep beneath the streets of Raccoon City.
Feeble humans. Let us give you our power. Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Top-secret research facility owned and operated by the Umbrella Corporation. The hive houses over 500 technicians, scientists, and support staff. They live and work underground. Their research is of the highest importance. Its nature is classified. Our position on the map is indicated by heat signature.
The power of light is north, south, warrior, worthy of Mordor. I am now God of the Void, slicer of worlds.
be mine. The King in Black is awake. I will kill your world. Everyone will burn. And you will watch.
Cease pointless struggling. Abandon your body to the will of our God.
You're a shitty missionary. You know that.
Oh, Almighty, grant me the strength to crush your enemies. Son of a bitch.
Ashley, run!
Okay.
God, I thank you for your gift.
You want to get ugly? Let's get ugly.
Allow me to show you power greatly granted by my mouth. If I will go down, stage is set for the final.
Let's go replenish the ranks.
Never fails to inspire, does it? Each time the dynasty calls.
Remember your place, Farco.
My place is at your side, dear husband. From here till end of this
Not running from this one. As much as I'd like to. Not every day you resurrect a god.
Don't worry, he will. He will come.
No, you're coming with me. I'm not leaving you here. I've got to save you.
Already? You have no power here. All right, Gandalf the Grey. Tell your sister. I will draw you, Saruman.
It's like I found this rope from out. This is not going insane. Not connection to love. It is
Harry, do you know why Professor Quirrell couldn't bear to have you touch him? It was because of your mother. Theoden, she sacrificed herself for you. And that kind of act leaves a mark. No. This kind cannot be seen. It lives in your very skin.
What is it?
And even Robert said to me too that there were breakaways from the off-world Germans, not necessarily all Dark Fleet, that were actually trying to help Earth, that broke away from the Draconian Empire. And he also told me about Kruger's helping us, where they have a technology that can kind of go back in time and replay a war out as many times as they want, and they have this tech. And he told me that Kruger was a corporation from alternate Earth. He said there's 8 Earths we know of, and only Kruger and I guess the Pleiadians that helped them discover this technology in their universe have the ability to go from one universe to another. And that's not like a very well-known technology. I don't think it's known in our universe, but they discovered it. And they're actually trying to get all the different universes kind of on the same page, is how he described it. Where there is an AI that is in a separate universe that all the Draconians have this AI in them, and it's like a hive mind. And it was almost, they kind of surrendered to the AI because they realized that the AI was more powerful than them, and probably figured they'd figure out a way to betray it later on and conquer this AI itself. But that seems to be what I can remember what I heard from other people on base, like the XO and the Lieutenant, that there's like this AI that lives in a different universe. And that's why it's so difficult to conquer, because it has the ability to jump from different universes. And we don't have that ability, but Kruger does. And that's what I was told what that corporation was.
Iraq, I used to have to go into a lot of different rooms that had a lot of computers and screens to do a lot of different things for whatever reason that we were in there. One time, I went into a room
pretty
that
clear that humanity was not its only creation, and I'm not saying that these are, items that were addressed in the Bible, but it is interesting that if you look at historical context and also documents that have existed throughout time in humanity, and we can get probably into a whole other topic on that, but you read into the Book of Enoch. A lot of this advanced technologies is potentially referenced then. And so all I'm saying is that from a national security perspective, we, the American people, deserve to know what the government has. They shouldn't be hiding it.
There was a map. And the map was not a map of the Earth. It looked like a map of the Earth, but it caught my attention because when I looked at it, it just looked the wrong shape, right? So I started looking at it and I was like, the Earth was in the middle and there was shit outside of it. Now this was a room that map would literally not have been in. There was no way that this map, I've told the story on my TikTok before, there is no way that this map was in this room. There was no, these computers were not allowed to have people's cute little backgrounds and shit on them. And this wasn't a cute little background. It was a map that was being monitored. Anyway, he was doing something.
Are you sure the monkey's gonna survive this?
Oh, he'll be fine. It's us I'd worry about. We're about to be launched 1,000 miles in 2 seconds until gravity inverts itself and spits us into free fall. The most amazing thing you've ever seen.
I was waiting for him to do something, and he notices me just completely fucking lost in his map because my bladders were gasted. I was realizing that this was a map, and in the middle I saw all of the countries of the world that we know, and there was shit on the outside. So I'm looking, right? I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because it said shit that why does that say Asgard, right? Anyway, so I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what the, right? And he looks at me and just very matter of fact, it was like, no one's gonna believe you. And I was like, damn it, I know. Anyway, I think about it.
There were always reptiles on the ship, but not just the upper royal class, but the warrior class. The Germans, as far as what I took, the off-world Germans as our fleet, they're like a vassal state. It seems like for like the Draconian Empire, whatever you want to call it. It seems like they're almost like that. It seemed like the Germans, I guess, I remember hearing things about like the Vril Society, channelers and stuff like that, where they were trying to find ET techs, the Germans. I think the Germans at that early moment in the 30s and 40s found out that how much the reptiles and ETs really do influence Earth, and how much we really are slaves to them. So I guess they figured that they'd rather be a vassal state to the reptiles instead of slaves like the rest of us that have some sort of freedom.